Do you want to know about some upcoming HeroClix sets? Well, we got DC Rebirth coming right up. Mr. Clicks Flicks is brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning role for our gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafé.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Alright guys, so today we are talking about 3 preview figures from the upcoming to-be-released DC Heroclix set, DC Rebirth. These are pretty cool here. They all have to do with Shazam, so this is pretty appropriate considering the Shazam movie's getting ready to come out. And Shazam's probably one of my favorite DC characters anyway. So let's go ahead, get flipped over, and take a look at these. So up first we have Billy Batson, number 26 in the set. Looks like he's going to be on Uncommon. Has the Fawcett City, Justice League International, Justice Society, Mystical, and Reporter keywords. Has 2 different point values, 40 points and 20 points. And it says on his card that he was designed by Easterbrock, Howard Brock, and Warren Ginn, 2016 HeroClix World Champions. So Howard is who owns Lucky Dice Cafe and the ROC and sponsors this channel, so congratulations to them for being able to make this figure, and they made another figure that we'll get to see here in a minute, and this guy's pretty good. And reporters have like something special going on that I hadn't realized until I saw this figure and like looked into the keyword more. So there's actually going to be a separate video about like how good the reporter keyword is. But he's got a special on his movement and a special on his defense. Special on his movement is the world needs to know your sins. At the beginning of your turn, you may choose an opposing character within 4 squares in line of fire. Until your next turn, that character can't be given free action. So no perplex, no outwit, no sidestep, no free generation of the Iron Avengers from Iron Man if he's on that map. Just tons of things that really cripples. So there's that. And then his other special is Shazam. Stop, but only once per game. If this click was revealed by damage from an opponent's attack and you paid 40 points for Billy Batson, after resolution, place him with DC Rebirth number 37A Shazam on click number 6. This game, that Shazam can't be healed above click number 6, and when KO'd, instead scores 40 points. So really cool there. There used to be something called Alter Egos that was very similar to this, except there were no stop clicks. But pretty cool there. Even if you don't pay the 40 points, you still get the stop click, which is really cool. Makes him a decent little tie-up guy there. Starts off with Willpower and Perplex, and then he gets Shape Change later on. But 20 point for a Perplexer with a stop click and takes away free actions is actually pretty good. Mystical is a really good keyword. Reporter is like oddly good. And this is really a nice helper for Justice League. It gives them a low point Perplexer and then takes away the free action. So I actually really like this figure a ton for that. Maybe once the set officially drops, I'll do like a team build with this guy because that's pretty good. Next up, we have the Prime Rare for the set, number 37B, Black Adam. Has 2 different point values, 200 points and 100 points. Has the Injustice Society, Justice Society, Secret Society of Supervillains, Mystical Ruler, and Warrior keywords. So some pretty good keywords there. Has improved moving, destroys blocking. Has 1 trait called Swiftness of Haru. Super senses, roll a d6. Move Black Adam up to X square, where X is the result. So auto super senses on all of his defensive clicks, always awesome. And then a free move up to your D6 result, so could be up to 6, which is just phenomenal. That gives him a really long swing there. So 200 points, he has a 3 range, single target, flight ability, 12 movement with charge, 12 movement with super strength, 18 defense with invincible, 4 damage with exploit weakness. And it's important to notice that he does have mystical and quintessence keywords, so that's why he doesn't have indomitable or willpower or something like that. Quintessence makes it so he can take basically an action 2 turns in a row without clearing. So pretty good there. And then at 100 points, he has an 11 movement with sidestep, 11 attack, precision strike, 18 defense with Invincible, 3 damage with Perplex. Now, if you know me and you know the channel, you know that I like the 100-point dial more. You only lose 1 on the attack and one on the damage, 1 on the movement. But you gain a Perplex, so you can take care of the 1 you missed on your, your damage or your attack. And then you still have the free super senses. You still have the free move up to 6. So you could still, roll, hypothetically move 6, sidestep another 2, and that gets you up to 8 squares where you can then make your attack, which is just silly. So for 100 points, I like this guy. Black Adam's like one of the cool, because I like Shazam so much, I really like Black Adam, and he's like one of the only guys that can go toe-to-toe with Superman, which I would be Lex Luthor if Superman was real. Not that I'm that smart, but I don't care for him. So I like this guy a lot. Combat values are pretty good. Ends up with a 12 attack with Steel Energy, late dial, with Flurry, which is pretty good. So I think he's really solid. At 200 points could be fun. 100 points you can start getting into, this is somebody that you might want to include on some teams where you need a heavy hitter. So I do like him. And the last one of the set of previews is Shazam himself, number 37A in the set. This was the other part of the design from Howard Brock, and he is the 2017 Heroclix World Champion, so he kind of got to do 2 figures, which is why these work so nicely together. So I really like that he did that. So congratulations to him. Thank you for sponsoring the channel. He has 2 different point values, 200 points and 100 points, just like Black Adam. His keywords are Fawcett City, Justice League International, Justice Society, Deity, and Mystical. So a couple pretty good ones there. Justice League's pretty decent. Mystical's always, I've never seen a time in Heroclix where Mystical wasn't good. So has 2 traits and a special on his attack. His first trait is called Wisdom of Solomon. When Shazam starts the game, choose 1. Outwit, opposing probability control, pulse wave, mind control. This game, Shazam has protected X, where X is the chosen power. So you can choose protected whatever. So it's important to notice that his team abilities, he does not have a quintessence. He has JLA and Mystical. So if you want to make sure that you don't get outwitted, you'd have to pick it for that. Or you could do Pulse Wave if it looks like your opponent doesn't have an outwit on their team. So really nice there to have that flexibility. His other trait is called Power of Zeus. At the end of your turn, if Shazam has not been moved or placed this turn, give him a Zeus Might token. Modify Shazam's defense +1 for each Zeus's Might token he has. When Shazam moves or is placed, remove all Zeus Might tokens. So that's kind of neat there. It's kind of like I'm just going to stand here and swing. So you, hypothetically, as far as I know, to get the most out of this, you'd move into adjacency with basically all the characters you could, and then after that, you would put your Zeus's Mights tokens and just not run away. You just keep, going to blows. So it doesn't say, there's no cap, and it just says for each one. So hypothetically, you get your 3, which would get him up to a 21 defense, which is pretty good at 200 points. Then the special on his attack is called Thunderous Strike, Quake. Shazam may use it at no cost instead of a close attack while using hypersonic speed. So hypersonic speed kind of took a iffy hit, where like you can't use a bunch of powers with it anymore that you used to be able to. So the fact that you can use it with Quake is good. So let's get into his dial at 200 points. Starts off with a 3 range single target, 11 movement with the flight ability and hypersonic, 11 attack with that special, 18 defense with invincible and indomitability, 4 damage with prob, and then at 100 points, 11 movement with charge, 11 attack with super strength, 17 defense, impervious, 3 damage with empower. For this one, I actually kind of like the first one, the 200 point dial more, just because I feel like hypersonic speed is a lot better than charge. And that 17, I don't feel good seeing a 17 on a 100 point figure. I know he does a lot of other things for you, but it's just, that's my own personal preference. Plus you get that Quake that you can do, so if you're playing against like a giant girl spam team or somebody that's spamming a bunch of pogs, you're able to take them out and then still, you know, hypersonic away or do your thing. So I like this guy the most. Probably my favorite out of all three of these previews is definitely going to be that Billy Batson, the uncommon. I just feel like that has the most potential meta-wise. Like you're going to see the most with that. And then obviously for casual, although I'm not sure Billy's like truly meta, but the potential is there. And the other two are really good. And we will just see. I like the hypersonic quake. I think that has a lot of potential. I think there's some things you could put on him for equipment on Shazam that would make him even more deadly. And same thing with Black Adam, especially that 100 point level. I really feel like he would be strong. So you guys let me know what your favorite figure was out of this set of previews in the comments below. Always enjoy reading that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a share. Really helps keep me motivated to make these videos. That's all I have for you guys today. As always, please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.